What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. Just a thought blast. Shout out to my queen, Shiro, um, because there was something that you had shared with me, and then underneath that, I found something else that presented itself. It was just a quick video. It was titled Prostitutes Tell Why Men Cheat. And it was kind of rambling, so I didn't really listen to it. It was an audio thing, and I don't know who was really speaking, and I didn't need that because the title of it gave me this from the universe that I'm going to share with you. It's a question that's been asked a million times, and it continues to be asked. Why do men cheat? And everybody's got to pontificate on it and give some thesis and some, hypothesis and things. And I'm over it. This is the reason why men cheat, is what I'm going to tell you. This is the reason. This is the reason. This comes right out of the universe to me now. So hear me very carefully. This is for my men and my women. Men cheat because of a lack of obedience to God. A lack of following the way of life that Allah has ordained and prescribed for mankind. When you have a society where having sex before marriage becomes as normal as brushing your teeth, I offer this is one of the key reasons why men cheat. And by the way, forgive the picture on the screen, everybody. I just needed something that we just wouldn't have a black screen, And alas, this picture I took, I feel like it was, what's today, Monday? I took this picture, I feel like Thursday-ish, because I was asking my nephew, I was on the phone with the prince when I was getting ready to leave the house, and I'm in the bathroom and I have the medicine cabinet mirror open so that I can see the reflection in the other mirror. And I was asking him, should I wear my sunglasses? And I said, you know what? In fact, I'll just send you a picture so you could tell me if you think I should wear my sunglasses or not. So it's just random. So I just needed something on the screen. But so when you have sex before marriage as a normal part of societal existence and acceptance, this is one of the key things that leads to men and women, quite frankly, but we're talking about men. It's one of the key things that leads to men cheating. What do I mean by this? If you grow up having caviar and Sauvignon Blanc every single day and fresh roses on the table every day, then now you're, we'll say 30, and we're just becoming friends. And I say, you know what? I know a great restaurant I want to treat you to. And I take you to Spago or something. And the fanciest thing they have on the menu is caviar and Sauvignon Blanc. You're immediately looking at the menu going, this all they got? Do they got anything else? And you start looking at the menu for other things. Because caviar and Sauvignon Blanc is now not a big thing for you. It's not, you've had it already. So it doesn't have the same level of impressing you than if you never had it. I'm going to expound on that in a minute, but I want to give my second reason. The second reason why men cheat is because women allow it. Women allow it. Both the woman who's being cheated on and the woman who is being cheated with. That's my second reason. I'm going to come back and expound on that. We'll go back to point one. So, if you have, or if you had, a society that was correct, then you would have no sex before marriage. Men and women, but again, we're talking about men. Men would understand that you don't get no woman unless you got your shit together, and you don't get no woman unless you're married to her, that there is a ring on it. I would recommend, if you've not seen it, that you go back and watch one of the videos here on the channel called Why Men Should Choose the Option of Being Single. And in that, I'm laying out my whole case of how we bring boys into manhood and how you prepare boys and men to be husbands. That we see the woman as the prize, which is what she should be. It's backwards now. The man is the prize. That's exactly backwards. It's exactly backwards. But I lay out a full case in that piece. And so, if you had a society where that was the norm, women don't just open their legs for you. You don't get no woman at all. Except in the atmosphere of marriage. Because if this man has not had a whole roster of women by the time he gets to his wife, she's special. She is caviar and Sauvignon Blanc. She is. He's not looking on the menu for anything else. Excuse me. Because he's so wowed by this caviar and this Sauvignon Blanc. You see? It's not old to him. It's new. It's mysterious. It's exciting. Wow. And so he wants to come continually to drink from that well. Every day, several times a day, goddamn. You see? And then, if that woman spaces it out, tease him a little bit. Don't just let him get it all the time. Then that builds up more desire. Even more desire. You've revealed this magical experience to me that I never had in my life. Now I want this magical experience all the time. Every day, several times a day, round the clock, goddamn. You see? It still holds its wow factor, if you will. He cherishes the sight of his woman, the scent of his woman, the touch. of his woman. So he's so distracted by this new thing that he doesn't have time to look at anything else, nor does he desire to look or have anything else. It's kind of like a kid, you know. You ever seen kids playing in the floor with a toy that's their favorite toy, and this is their favorite toy, or it's their only toy. We'll say that, and they're totally content. That would be the man who is not engaged with a woman. Then now, the parents come in and surprise the child with a brand new toy. They literally throw the other thing aside as if they never owned it and focus completely on this new toy. And they're so happy. They're so happy. That would be the man. Having a woman, his woman, for the first time. That she is the only one. The only one. And in that atmosphere, a man only has focus on that woman. And then y'all can deal with, you know, how often you want to have intimacy and things like that. You know, keep it interesting, keep it new, stuff like that. But men and women are meeting each other burnt out, essentially, on intimacy. It's old. It's mechanical. It's not new. So it's not exciting, really, you know. So you're just another cheeseburger. He's already had this. He's had this Sauvignon Blanc. He's had it. So it's not new. It's not interesting. It's not exciting. So then, well, maybe I need another one. This one then got old. Maybe I need a new one, you know. We all know somebody that's got to either have a new car or a new purse or a new something when nothing's wrong with the one they got at all, but they've just got in their mind they need a new one. I don't know, man, I just feel like I need a new car, but ain't nothing wrong with your car, man. I don't know, I just feel like I need a new car, though. They got no reason to give you, other than this was just played out some kind of way in their mind. So that's what happens with men and women in our culture now. You know, even on the wedding day, when you see a woman coming down the aisle in the veil and all of it, for what? You just had her last night. You feel me? So even that's not any mystery factor. You know? And all this fake, I'm nervous on my wedding day stuff from brothers is really comical to me. For what? You see, I've shared with you the way that Allah has ordained for mankind, and those of us who submit to that are known as Muslims. So that when you see your woman come down that aisle, you are jittery. It is special. You are nervous. You are excited with anticipation. You might be standing there with an erection even, for God's sake. Because now you get to touch your woman for the first time. You're going to kiss her for the first time. For the first time, you're going to feel her lips upon yours. And vice versa. You can't wait till this damn ceremony is over. So that you can say, appreciate y'all all for coming, and ghost up out of there so you can go get that thing. That's beautiful. That's the way it should be. But you've been with her for 5 years, and y'all been engaged for the last 3 now, on top of that. And now we're going to get married. And you might already have a baby coming down the aisle carrying the damn ring and the roses and all this nonsense. What's special about that? What's special? What's the anticipation? You've already been together for many years, so you already know what it's like to be together. So the piece of paper don't really mean anything other than it's a legal formality. And even the wedding itself is just a gratuitous ceremony to be seen and, an excuse to have friends and family and shit get together to have a celebration. That's all fine, but it's not special. It doesn't have the same shine. Just as a brand new Bentley is not the same as one that had a previous owner. It's just not the same thing. You're glad to have the Bentley, and it's in excellent shape. You look amazing in it, but it's not brand new like your first owner. You're the first one to turn the key and all of it. This is that. There's nothing. You've already used up the specialness of it all. And so the commitment part of it is like, okay, I guess we just gonna be together for the rest of our life. Now you decide, after you've been together all these years and had kids and all of it. So appreciate the commitment. It's a little late, but I guess better late than never. But the intimacy, you've already used up the card. And then, because before this, your life was go get a new one every week, then this sick psychological burden starts to sink in on you that, man, this is the only one I'm going to hit the rest of my life. And I think some brothers go through a mini depression when they have that thought. It may just last a few minutes, could last a few weeks, whatever. I don't know. But I would suspect, or I would suggest or offer to you that there's some mini depression once this realization is had. And I think that's what precipitates this so-called nervousness and hesitancy that brothers have when it comes to the day of the wedding, because it's final now. Like legally now, I ain't supposed to go out and hit nothing else. I can't have the variety I've been having up till now. But those thoughts wouldn't be there if you had not known a woman's intimacy before you got married. No woman at all. You see, Allah says to us that we are to lower our eyes in the presence of a woman who is not related to us. You get one look and that's it. You don't objectify women with your eyes and all this. None of that. And I would offer a third reason that attaches to the other two. And that is, you live in a society where women are walking around every day with nothing on. And they've been seduced into this being their fitrah. Like, they don't even want to hear you if you tell them, you should put some clothes on. You should cover up. You shouldn't be showing all this and all this, you see. In their mind, the tighter and the skimpier, the more empowered they are, you see. It's all sick and backwards, dude. But as the prophecy has foretold, that which is wicked will seem normal to them. That which is wicked will seem normal to them. So, the woman allowing her man to cheat, and the woman allowing another woman's man to cheat with her, has all become normalized. The woman wants to go fight the other woman and not her man. Why isn't he being thrown from a 7th-story window? Or, hot grease or something being, thrown at him. But no. Immediately, where's that bitch at? Really? Because what did she do? You want to show me video that she held him at gunpoint and he was abducted with, duct tape around his face, and oh my God, he was sedated and drugged and taken to an undisclosed location, and oh my God. And she took your man. We can hear that evidence, but we don't have it. We don't have it. Your man was scheming on some other heifer because likely she was wearing nothing. So that's strike one. She's wearing nothing and he's looking. This is the recipe for the beginnings of the pathology to cheating. Now he gonna holler at her. You see. And the rest takes itself from there. If she's willing, he willing. They're willing. And there they go. To the hotel or her house or wherever they're gonna go. But there you go, now the cheating begins. And then the women, plural, all women, our women, instead of having a firm code of ethics and a firm rule of response that if a man cheat on you, it's over that day. There is no getting you back. It should be just as final as somebody cutting your arm off. Can't get it back. It can't get it back. Cannot get it back. There is no do-over. There are no second chances. If men knew that, if you even get caught once, that woman ain't gonna have shit else to do with you. And she's gonna spread the word. So any woman hearing he cheated on his woman would not have anything to do with that dude. Period. Care what he got going on, there is no forgiveness, and nah. Found out you cheated on your woman. Don't even talk to me. You see? But that's not the atmosphere. Many times, the woman will call up the other chick and say, let her know she cheating with her man. So that, hoping she will get rid of him and she can have him all to herself now, even though he's a cheater. So she got him by cheating with him, and then she think he not going to cheat on her. Because now, he's gotten away with the cheating. There was no adverse effect or consequence. So he gets to do it again in his mind. This is why men are cheating. Because boys are being sexualized at a young age. And by extension of that, they are sexualizing women or girls at an earlier age. That their whole reason for engaging with a girl or a woman or female, I should just say, is for the purpose of sex. They're not even thinking about intellect and parenthood and personality and long-term. They did none of that. They're just going out scheming on women, seeing if you got a fat ass and, how big is your titties and all this. The whole reason and perception of why you should even be engaging with a woman has all been thrown over a cliff. We don't do that anymore. We don't know what that is. That's a foreign language now. What is that? This is why men are cheating. Four and 5 years old. You so cute. Where your little girlfriend at? You see, you need to punch that bitch in her face for child endangerment. You feel me? Like, nah. Because there's no need for a girlfriend. It's one of the many cases that I make in the video that I was just citing for you. Black men need to choose the option of being single. One of the principles I'm laying out in that piece is that there's no need for girlfriends or boyfriends when we are developing as adolescents, teenagers, and young adults and things. No need for that. Because it becomes just something that you do. It's just a phase you're supposed to just go through. You know, it's kind of like when you grow up, you play with toys, and at some point you graduate from that and you don't play with toys anymore. Now you're buying different toys as an adult, you know, whereas it used to be train sets and Tonka trucks. Now it's maybe, you know, drones and, you know, skydiving or helicopters or something. But this whole advent of dating is something that should be thrown out, because 99.999% of the little girls that boys date growing up, even into teenagers and stuff like that, there's no concept of marriage in their mind, just like we're together. Well, what does that mean and why? They don't even know why they're together. This is why you have so many situations where you see women saying, I don't know when he gonna ask me to marry him. We've been together for this, that, because you neither one of you was thinking about that at all. You've just been programmed that you're supposed to have a girlfriend. So you're throwing money away on someone who's not going to be your wife. Just for what? So if anything, you're just supposed to have your homeboys that you get friendship and adventure and stuff like that from. And then if it's going to be intimacy, then it should just be that. And everybody should just keep it pushing. Because there really shouldn't be no sex before marriage. But if you're going to do that, then why have this whole package now? You're having babies, and now you know, so you have that responsibility, which is not being fulfilled. That's why we have this concept, this language of baby father and baby mama, which is a whole nother world in its own, dude. So what's the point? Either you decide that you are going to walk the path of being a man, get your shit together and find your woman and marry her. You feel me? Or if you still want to stay on the disobedient side of things, then you just only engage with a female for the purpose of smashing. Literally. That means you can get a smash in, you go your way and I go mine. You know, it's the same difference. No need to linger and, you know, commit and be there and all this. No need. Just smash and keep it pushing. That's it. No need for nothing else. Because anything else leads to the production of children. It leads to the two parents not being together. It's draining the finances of both of them that they could be saving and investing for their future children, for their future wife, and a family of their own. Instead, we're throwing money away and wasting time. Wasting time with each other. She's with some man that's not going to be her husband, and he's with someone that ain't going to be his wife. They're just wasting time in like a codependency type piece. You feel me? What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. Now, just so my point is clear, I give you the other side of it. So let's say you live in a society where there's arranged marriages. you know. And so your parents are friends with another family from the time you are born. And they've decided that you are marrying, uh, you know, Lawanda. That these two are going to be together. We're putting them together, you know. And so they put you together. So now, from a very young age, you know this is the woman you're going to marry. When you guys were just like 13 or something, it's already been said you're going to be you're the two that are going to be getting married. You see, we're just going to wait till you're old enough, and then you're going to get married. Then in that situation, if you want to say, well, then that's my girlfriend, and you're spending money and you're doing these other things, at least it would make some kind of sense, because we know those two are going to be married. They've already been told, it's already been ordained. Like, just that's what it is. You feel me? At least that would make some kind of sense. But you don't even have that. So this whole thing, this is why men and women, but again, we're focused on the men. This is why men are cheating. This is why. This is why. Because a man who has never experienced another woman before, and now he has intimacy for the first time, which is the way it should be. He has intimacy for the first time with the woman he is married to. He doesn't have any expectation. He doesn't have anything to compare it to. This is the greatest thing since God said be. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. For the man and for the woman. You understand? That's the way the Maker has designed and ordained it. But we are in a place of disobedience and rebellion. We're not submitting, nor are we interested in the way that the divine has ordained, because that which is wicked has been made normal. So, sexualizing at an early age, not defining why you would even be with a female at all, women allowing the cheating, both the cheated on and the cheating on, and thirdly, women walking around with nothing on all damn day, round the clock, 24 hours a day. That is why men are cheating. The Jedi has spoken.